Summer will be here before you know it, and soon we will be firing up the grill to cook up burgers and dogs. Why not get a little bougie and serve them with some homemade ketchup and mustard? Did you know that store-bought ketchup can be up to 24% sugar, usually in the form of high fructose corn syrup? And often the sugar-free ones aren't actually unsweetened, they just use fake sweeteners instead. The ingredient list also shows natural flavor, whatever that is. And while the ingredient list on common yellow mustard doesn't look too bad, there is that pesky natural flavor again. I really wish they would just tell us what they're putting in it. It might be fine, but how do we know if they don't tell us? The Environmental Working Group, also known as the EWG, is a great resource for evaluating store-bought food, cosmetics, and even organic versus non-organic produce. I did a quick check to see how they ranked the top ketchup and mustard brands. EWG uses a scale of 1, which means it was great, to 10, which is like the worst. French's yellow mustard ranked right in the middle at a 5 due to that unidentified natural flavor, while Heinz ketchup ranked a 6 due to the natural flavor and its high sugar content. Does this mean that store-bought ketchup and mustard are horrible for you? No, absolutely not. But it does make me think, hey, why not make my own and see how we like it? I found the inspiration recipes online, but I did make some small tweaks, especially with the ketchup, because the ketchup called for more sugar than I was really interested in using. I think it used quite a bit of honey and white sugar, and I just cut the sugar all the way out and radically reduced the honey, changed up a couple other things. So I just used tomato paste, honey, white vinegar, water, salt, onion powder, and garlic powder to make this ketchup. You just combine it all in a pan over medium heat, whisk it until it's smooth, bring it to a boil, and then reduce it to simmer for about 20 minutes, stirring often. Once it thickens a little bit, I removed it from the heat, allowed it to cool just a tad, and then transferred it to a jar, and I will refrigerate it for about 7 days is what the original recipe said. We'll see how it goes. When I make this again, I will likely reduce the vinegar a little and increase the water. Overall, the ketchup was just a little more vinegary than I like, which could be because I drastically reduced the amount of sweetener. If you want to see the details of this recipe, check out my blog post. The website link will be down in the description box. I'll have the recipe in there as well as some ideas for ketchup variations. And then on to the mustard. In a small pan, I started with 3/4 cup of yellow mustard powder, which I buy in a spice store because it's cheaper to buy like large quantities there. And then it's water and salt, some ground turmeric. I took a garlic clove and grated it on a microplane, and then added paprika. I placed all those ingredients in the saucepan and whisked it until it was smooth, and then cooked it over like low to medium low heat for a while. I think this took a good 20 minutes, maybe 25. You want to stir it often as it begins to bubble and thicken, and cook it until it becomes almost like a paste. The original recipe noted that you should do this with an open window or make sure that your stove vent is on. I did turn the stove vent on, but really I didn't really have any issues, so I don't know why the recipe was so weird about it. Once you've cooked this down to like that thick paste, whisk in the vinegar and then continue cooking until it's slightly thinner than what you might think of for store-bought mustard. It will thicken a little as it cools. Then I removed it from the heat, allowed it to cool a little, and again transferred it to a jar. Now, while the ketchup recipe told me it would only last for a week, the mustard recipe said it was good for up to 3 months in the fridge. So, tip, make sure you add that expiration date to the label so that you know when to toss it. And again, if you want some variation ideas, check out my blog post listed below. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a great day.